Gaming Bolt presents 15 racing games from 2018 and beyond. Racing games no longer just focus on speed and the open road, they've gotten incredibly diverse and look better than ever. 2018 is already shaping up to be a great year to get behind a digital wheel. Here are 15 racing games of 2018 and beyond, and do note that some of these games may be in early access. The Crew 2. The Crew stumbled a bit in its goal to bring a complete map of the United States to gamers. It was a truncated version with a little too much open space and very few landmarks to bring the whole thing together. The sequel looks to remedy this by bringing in a few more toys for players, most notably boats and planes. Now, the sky, land, and sea can be conquered, all tied together by a beautiful open world with an unimaginable amount to see and do. Forza Horizon 4. Not confirmed, but most likely given the game's release schedule. If Microsoft continues to follow the pattern it's already established, then 2018 will see the release of Forza Horizon 4. Each new iteration has improved upon the formula, adding new wrinkles that consistently keep things fresh and entertaining. We have no idea what playground we'll be given to race around in next, but we're very much looking forward to finding out. Next car game, Wreckfest. Most games with extensive destructibility don't throw it into the racing because it often makes for a tumultuous and raucous time, but this title has no such fears. Make the wrong move or hit another car a little too hard, and you could be staring at a burning pile of metal. World of Speed. Open world racing is just beginning to realize its own potential. World of Speed promises the kind of racing MMO that many have been clamoring to get their hands on. Sure, The Crew 2 is going for something similar, but that doesn't mean that the niche subgenre can't get a little more populated. It's still a little rough around the edges, but the makings of something brilliant are clearly here. Gravel. Racing on realistic courses can be fun, but tearing down the open road, nothing but rugged wilderness on either side, now that's freedom. That's when you feel the most at home behind the wheel, when you can turn any terrain into a racetrack and any vehicle into the perfect high-speed machine. GTR 3. GTR 3 is a straightforward racing game. You get into souped-up cars, compete against talented drivers, and burn some serious rubber on asphalt. Get lost in the impressive detail and memorize every turn of every course to reign victorious over everyone who thinks they can challenge your prowess behind the wheel. MX vs ATV All Out. This series has been going on for some time, and it keeps delivering the same thrills. If you want to race some motorbikes and ATVs through the dirt, kicking up gravel and mud with every slight turn, hop in the driver's seat and rev the throttle. Sometimes you need to get down and dirty, and what better way to do that than to turn on some MX vs ATV All Out and wipe away the competition. Racing Apex. Want some polygonal racing with crazy weapons and a lot of drifting and explosions? Racing Apex has all of that and more. It's retro action at its best. It has the benefits of modern technology, but the nostalgia of the early 90s. Combat racing is back, baby, and Racing Apex is ensuring that it comes back in style. Onrush. Racing can be dangerous, and Onrush seems intent to show it in every way possible. Ripping around corners, turning cars into piles of twisted metal, it is all about the extreme. Boost into another player only to send them flying into the abyss or crashing and tumbling into the side of a mountain. If you want high-octane, over-the-top action, look no further. F1 2018. Not confirmed yet, but most likely given the yearly release pattern. We still don't have confirmation that this will hit the shelves, but with the series' track record recently, it's more than a safe bet. Expect the same long and fast races with plenty of customization and beautiful graphics to bring the entire package together. Whatever the end product ends up being, we know that it'll meet the high bar previously set by the franchise. Grip. The spiritual successor to Roll Cage manages to pay homage to the great series in a very specific and spectacular way. You'll still barrel down the track, flipping upside down and launching missiles, firing machine guns indiscriminately at the competition. It has a ton of potential, and while it's still a bit rough in places, it gets better with each and every update. BeamNG.Drive. What makes this game so fun is the sandbox it lets you play around in. You don't have to worry about coming in first or beating the competition. You just need to pull off some gnarly crashes. Go a little bit too fast, and you'll quickly swerve off the road, careening into trees, which will quickly warp and twist the metal of your car, resulting in a gruesome wreck. But it's fun, we promise. Rise Race the Future. Headed exclusively to the Switch, Rise Race the Future will deliver some high-octane racing. This we know, but what we don't know is exactly how it'll deliver it. The only trailer we have shows a futuristic car, highlighting exactly what makes it so special, but we don't get a sense of how the gameplay will unfold just yet. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game. The title kinda says it all. You hop on a dirt bike and tear around corners, kicking up mud as you try to gain some distance between you and the competitors hot on your tail. The entire game is sponsored by Monster Energy, hence the title, but it still looks to be a fun and fluid racer regardless. Distance. It's been in early access for quite some time, but Distance is finally getting a full release in 2018. It's less about racing and more about carefully working your way through an obstacle course of deadly traps at a high velocity. You'll barrel over flames, fly through saw blades, and flip and maneuver through the air in order to avoid death.
And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Vault, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.